I was born into a family of drug dealers, drug addicts, and drug babies. With my grandmother being a cocaine dealer for 50 years, she allowed her children to be on all sorts of drugs, whether it be crack, coke, or dope. And she even had her child while she was high on cocaine. When I asked my grandmother about childbirth, she literally laughed and said, "I was so high when I had your mother that I don't even remember." And when it came to me, I am the oldest of three, and my mother made sure to tell me that she did not want to keep me. That in fact, my grandmother made her keep me because she had too many abortions before me and needed to stop. So when I look at my lineage and I look at the stories being told of how all of us have come about, I recognize that it's so dysfunctional that I don't need to be a part of it anymore. Me deciding to leave my family is me deciding to build my own moral standards and values that align with the life that I would like to build. I recognize that as I tried to keep my family a part of my life while building something that was completely different from what it is that they were taught to do, I became the black sheep very easily. It was almost like me wanting to do more and wanting to do better for myself, whether it be something small as going to college or starting a business. It was frowned upon to a space where I was being isolated and judged for wanting more for myself. So estrangement was something that I ultimately didn't want, but I knew that I needed if I ever wanted to create a life that was actually going to benefit me. I had the type of mother that took her anger out on me because of her own failures and her own frustrations. And while being the oldest, I had to take care of her, I had to take care of my brothers, and I had to take care of anyone else that needed something because she saw me as a person that was to just be used for everything that I had. My mother literally tried to break me. But fortunately for me, I won't allow that to happen. After 28 years of dealing with my mother, I decided it was time for me to go. Because as everyone reminded me, you're an adult now. The things that your mother did to you as a child doesn't matter because you're an adult. And that's absolutely true, right? The things that your parents do to you as a child matters to you and you only. So when it comes to choosing who it is that you're going to give your time, energy, and attention to, it should be you and you only. And that's how I felt. That's how I feel. And that's why I've created this series. I had to recognize that with the type of family that I had, who really needs enemies? People that have nervous systems that are so dysregulated that they could quite literally never create a safe space for me are people that I do not need to be around. As a person who prides herself on healing and being a space for other people to grow and mature, I recognize that that is also the very same type of energy that people are looking for when they want to abuse, when they want to manipulate, and when they want to try to get over on someone. So while many people think that, oh, I'm so empathic and I just attract narcissists, they're actually one and the same. And that is something I will get to in another video. But this Estrangement Arc series is all about all of the steps that I took to being able to free myself from spaces that were not for me and being able to step into my own soul's embodiment. The Estrangement Arc is a series that I created to speak about how I separated myself from my family, from systems that were not servicing me, from places that were quite literally abusing me, and stepping into my own soul's embodiment. This has not been an easy journey. It has not been a fun journey all the way through, but it is so worth it to have me, to have myself, to know what it is to be with myself and to have a nervous system that can actually handle me creating more than I've ever had in my life. I had to recognize the pattern. Everyone was okay with the abuse. Everyone is okay with the neglect. Everyone is okay with the blatant disrespect. But no one is okay when you tell them no. when you tell them that you're not taking it anymore, when you tell them that they're not welcomed into your home, that they're not welcomed into your spaces. That rejection that they get from a person that they thought that they could quite literally beat down forever, it hurts them more than they want to express. And being able to see how my family reacts to me deciding to never allow them in my space again is very interesting. It's very interesting. It's actually quite satisfying because the audacity of people to think that they could forever abuse you, that they could forever use you as their punching bag, and that you would never stand up to them and say no. Not only did I decide to leave my family behind, but I also decided to move out of the country. In 2020, I moved to Mexico with literally $100, and I've been here ever since. It's been almost 5 years, and at the end of this year, I'll become a permanent resident. Now, America is the problem. It's the problem within itself. They create spaces and consistently recreate spaces for Black Americans to live in and go to school in and figure out things on their own while literally being the reason for all of the issues that many Black Americans have. Even with my grandmother, how is a woman who has never left the country able to sell cocaine for 50 years? Where did she get it from? America has its hand in every single part of the Black American experience. And quite honestly, if you don't understand white supremacy, this is going to confuse you. This whole entire section is going to confuse you. White supremacy literally prides itself on being supreme, superior. And the only way you can reign supreme or be superior over any group of people is if you disable them in some way. And there's so many potholes that can be spoken about for the American way, the American life that we are living. And I don't have time to go into them at this very moment, but I'm so tired of experiencing them. I'm tired of watching my people experience them. And I'm not entertained by any of the things that Hollywood tries to throw in my face to distract me from what is really going on in the world. And for the last, I would say, 8 years or so, people are finally coming to terms with the fact that America is the problem. The leaders that are creating all of these laws and implementing all of these strategies to hold people down, they are the problem. And while I could still be in America trying to go back and forth with the people there and the situation there, I'm uninterested. There's 195 countries that you can travel to if you are an American and you have a passport. Use your passport. Go to a different place. People treat you differently when you are not from their country. Those are some benefits that I actually like to lean into. So I've moved from America to Mexico. I even lived in Belize for a little while, and I plan to continue to travel the world and live in different spaces, in different countries, in different continents, amongst different groups of people that welcome me there. You don't have to stay in any space that does not welcome you, that does not treat you well. So no matter what you're interested in walking away from, whether it be a family, whether it be a country, whether it be even a social group, the estrangement arc is something that covers all of those emotions because it is what I went through to literally free myself. I take pride in the fact that I hold space for women to be able to have the safe space to come and rest, to come and talk, to come and breathe and reclaim their power, reclaim their energy. So if you're looking to relocate, if you're looking to even travel, I would definitely recommend it. And make sure that you look out for the things that I offer because I do offer so many resources for us to be able to reconnect with ourselves. Now, this last one, social rituals, is something that I didn't think would follow me to the next country, but I am a creature of habit and the work had to be done, right? Before I left New York City, I remember cutting off a large group of friends that only focused on brunching, dinners, drinking, partying. Even though they were doing many great things, going to school and building themselves up, it still wasn't the way that I wanted to spend my time and spend my life. I recognize that there's a lot of social rituals that we participate in that we actually don't care to. It's just that we're participating in the only things that are made available to us. A lot of our places, a lot of our cities don't have the pretty beaches or hiking or sightseeing or the nature things that I love, which is why when I moved to another country, I was very careful about where I was choosing to be, because I know the type of person that I am. I am an outdoors person and I want to remain that way. But social rituals are something that you can fall into anywhere. Even being here in Mexico, I had to remind myself that as I build community and as I build new friendships here, there are some things that I cannot do. Drinking is one of them. Food is no longer a form of entertainment for me. I love to eat. I'm sure we all love to eat, but food is fuel. So the constant, let's go out to eat, let's go out to get a drink, is no longer appealing to my soul. It's no longer appealing to the experiences that I actually want to have. I've done it all in New York already. I've done it all. I actually suffered from alcoholism from 17 to 26 because of the family that I dealt with. I was literally trying not to feel my body. So now that I'm here in another country, I have to make sure that I stand on my principles. I have to make sure that I stand on my own moral standards and values that I've created. And that means that I have to create the experiences that I want to have with people that I enjoy being around. 10 years ago, I made my very first video on YouTube and I spoke about wanting to grow through life. And baby, I have been doing just that. If you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Yazzmen. I am a cosmic scientist and an energy reader. I study the sciences that relate to the four bodies: the mind, psychology, emotions, neurology, the spirit, spirituality, and the body, physiology. And I study these sciences because I understand that there is a proper way for you to go about utilizing all these parts of your body. And I also recognize that I'm a very gifted energy reader. So I do have a tarot channel where I also utilize astrology and numerology. It's called Cosmic Soul Radio, and you can check that out in the description box. Every part of this series I have paired with a tarot reading. So if you're interested in tarot readings, you'll always find a link to the video at the end of this video or in my description box. Now, let's talk more about the estrangement arc. Many people think that being estranged means that you're leaving because you're bitter, you're miserable, when quite literally it's the opposite. Estrangement is you allowing yourself to let go of something that you know is not for you. It is something that you are letting go of to create more peace in your life. Instead of being a people pleaser, become a self pleaser. Many of us weren't taught how to recognize the patterns of people who did not really care for us, who did not want to see us do better. So we fall into those loops over and over again when we're not allowing ourselves to really see and disconnect from what it is that we know does not work for us. That can be hard, that can be scary, but going from the awakening phase of finally recognizing the patterns of somebody to the phase of embodiment, embodying all of the patterns and all of the systems that actually work for you, is so rewarding. You'll lose a lot of people, but you'll gain that one thing that you've always needed: yourself. This is a journey that allows you to go into the depths of your soul, to recreate what it is that you need to thrive, not just survive, and to give you a space to see how beautiful your mind is when you allow yourself to take the things that you see within your mind's eye and bring them here into this 3D physical reality for you to experience. If this is something that you're interested in, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and even share your own story if you have already gone through some sort of journey of estrangement. I would love to hear it. Until next time, I'm rooting for your wholeness, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.